it's Jenna Vaughn from Laura Vandervaart team, Remax Trends Realty. Today we're here with Bill and Mary's Diner, and we're just gonna talk about how you guys have been as a business. You've been in business for over 20 years,
yes,
right?
Correct.
So what has that been like, and how have you seen the business grow?
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, we have been here. We're actually going to be entering our 22nd year as of May of this year.
Wow.
In this location. But yeah, business in North Canton has been really great. My wife Mary and I are partners in life as well as business, and we started actually almost 30 years ago as a partnership as far as marriage and business. We created Creative Catering was our first venture, and it was just a solo shop where we just kind of hung our shingle and just tried to see what was out there in the food world. I have a culinary background, and Mary has a restaurant background as well. So we started in Canton actually, and just looking for something more, and realized that a restaurant is probably where we want to go with this. So we started looking around, and not only the demographics, but the community of North Canton looked like a very opportune place. Neither of us were born here, but we were both Canton people per se, and we're pretty much familiar with the area. But we started out, we were just around the corner from our current location on Apple Grove for the first 5 years, and it was just referred to as Bill's Diner. Our catchphrase is a North Canton tradition. What that dates back to is in the not early, but in the 50s and into the 60s, there was a Bill's Diner in North Canton.
Yeah.
It is where the North Canton actual city center, or where the square is in North Canton. It was located there. So that tradition kind of rolled with the name, and so we just kind of continued with that. But our first 5-year start out was on Apple Grove in what was the North Canton Rec Center, which is a bowling alley. It had been closed, but we utilized some space in there and kind of got our feet wet in being in business, and also the community. From there we started searching for a little bit bigger, and we were able to purchase where we're sitting now at 1022 North Main. And that was 22 years ago. Saw a great influx of the community on the business level as well as involvement, and it just kind of roller coastered from there. Fortunately up. We're still here is a big plus. Obviously, and as in everyone's world, this last few years have been a little trying with the pandemic, but I think we're over it, and we're starting to see a lot of movement in the direction of what we want, which is growth.
Yeah.
An obstacle, or is obviously always competition, and I think that I like to think that we have surpassed them over the years, and continue to, because we're still here, as well as we still have our client base of regulars, and just great people.
That's great.
Yeah, but as business goes, I've been very happy to be in the North Canton community, and wouldn't change a thing in that respect.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
It's cool to hear about how you guys got your start.
Yeah.
And you have the diner and the catering business.
We
so
do, yeah.
What came first, and how do you manage both of those?
Okay, that's fine. Well, it is a lot of management. You're correct. The catering business actually was the first venture that we tried, and that was, again, the Creative Catering in Canton. And really all that was for me was just a commercial kitchen. Again, just trying to market weddings and events, and just get my reputation and my name out there. And those first few years were a struggle, but also a growth period. We got to see what was out there and what people were looking for, and kind of tweaked from that to what we could do and what we offered. Have done a whole world of things in the catering business, as far as everything from vending at festivals to white glove sit down wedding receptions, and
cool.
Still have that ability.
Yeah.
There's we still have to rely on what people are looking for, and you know, it is a great meat and potato community.
Yeah.
You know, Ohio
Yeah.
in general, not just North Canton, but you know, that's kind of where our trend stays and goes. You know, currently just always looking for new clients as well as, you know, new ideas that will possibly work.
Right.
But yeah, the catering was the first part of our, you know, existence. As I kind of explained earlier, we seen a realization for a little bit more business, so we went into the retail end, which is the restaurant.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah, thanks.
So one of the things here that you offer are Mary's desserts. So I guess tell us a little bit about those.
Okay.
If you have a favorite, if customers have a favorite,
Well,
we'd love to know.
I always tell the story of favorites. Why I married her. No, we went on a few dates, and she invited me to. She was still living with her parents. Invited me to dinner, and went to dinner. And I honestly don't remember what the entree was, but she made bread pudding for dessert, and I just had a bite of that, and I said, "This is it." No. But yeah, that probably is of our, you know, offerings. That's probably one of my favorites is bread pudding. But she is a fabulous pie baker and cake baker.
Yeah.
We don't do decorated, but you know, like currently we've been running with carrot cake. It's very popular.
Oh, nice.
And she makes a wide array of cheesecakes in different flavors. And then of course pies and creams and stuff. Do I love them? I always say the proof is in what's here in me, yeah, what shouldn't be in here in me. But you know, as the world goes on, I still continue to eat them. And I mentioned Mary's experience in the restaurant business. Obviously, when we met, she was still in college and she was a server. And so, you know, that progressed to us dating and being engaged and getting married. And again, her baking ability was always prevalent in, you know, everything she did. So,
Yes.
you know, when we decided to go into this venture, that was going to be a big integral part of it, was her being involved with being the baker.
Yeah.
And she does many other hats as well as me. You know, it is business, and there's, you know, more to it than just cooking. And but yeah, that's her forte, and you know, her specialties are the pies and the cakes.
That's great. Yeah, and it's so cool that, you know, you guys have been a married couple, but then also joining forces to make this amazing diner. So thank you so much for joining us today, Bill.
You're welcome.
To all of you out there, please come in and check out this amazing diner. There's so many good desserts and all types of food to experience here. So come on in, get your stamp on your Love Living Local passport, and we would love to see you here.
Thank you.